Hi, so today we're going to be writing our own equations and then solving them. So sometimes you'll get questions in your GCSE like this, where they give you some information and it's quite a wordy question like this, and you need to pick out the information and write it down using algebra and then use your solving equation skills to work out the answer. So the first thing it's really important to do is just to read the question. Okay, just read it all the way through. Don't get too scared by it, and then we'll try and pick out the information that we need. So this one, a normal bus will carry X passengers. Okay, so they're telling us what letter we need to use there. A superbus will carry 27 more passengers than a normal bus. A town bus will carry 8 less passengers than a normal bus. I feel like that should be fewer rather than less. So here we know that a normal bus carries X passengers. A superbus carries 27 more than a normal bus. So when you think of more, we think of that being bigger. So it carries that many and the extra 27. So if we were to write that down using algebra, it would be x plus the extra 27. And then the town bus carries 8 less than the normal bus. So if the normal bus carries X and this carries 8 fewer people, then it would be X, and less makes me think that we'd have to take that away, so it would carry X minus 8 people. Okay, so what we've done here is we've written algebraic expressions for how many passengers each of the buses carry. So now there's a bit more information here in the question. So the superbus will carry 69 passengers. So this is the superbus one, the X plus 27. Use this information to form an equation. And then once we've done that, it says how many passengers does each type of bus carry. Okay, so the superbus is X plus 27. Okay, and it tells us in the question that the number of passengers that carries, so what that actually is, what number that actually is, so it's equal to 69. Okay, so when I've got this equation, I think, okay, I need to solve that equation. So let's think about how we solve this equation. So I've got X plus 27 equals 69. So I want to subtract 27 from both sides. So I'll use a different colour just to write that in. Okay, and X plus 27 take away 27 is X. So I've got to the point where I've just got the letter on the left-hand side here, so that's really good. And then 69 take away 27 is 42. So X is 42. Okay. Look, now that tells me that number there, that X, that's 42. I know that. So I know that a normal bus carries 42 people. Okay, that's great. And then a superbus, they told me that carried 69. So X plus 27 42 plus 27 is 69, so we can double check our working out. And then a town bus carries x minus 8. Now x is 42, and 42 take away 8 is 34, isn't it? So a town bus carries 34 people. So there we go. I've got how many passengers does each type of bus carry? The normal bus carries 42, the super bus carries 69, and the town bus carries 34. So even if that whole question feels a bit overwhelming and a bit difficult, you can still try and write down some of this algebra or try and work out some of the numbers, and then that'll get you some marks in the exam, so it's definitely worth doing. Okay, we're going to go through one more example now, and then there'll be some questions for you to do. So this one, Marion has a bag of marbles containing H marbles. So they're telling me to use the letter H there. She's given another identical bag. So she's given another bag with H marbles in. She then plays and loses 3 marbles. Write an expression to show how many marbles she has at the end of the game. So let's go back to the beginning. So to start with, Marion has H marbles in a bag. And then she's given another identical bag. So she's given another H. So she's going to have those put together now. And she then plays and loses 3 marbles. So she takes 3 away. She loses 3. It gets 3 less. Okay. So we've got our expression there. Now, we have answered the question, but we really like to simplify our algebra, don't we? So we've got H plus H. So we can group those together, and that becomes 2H, take away 3. Okay, so that is our expression to show how many marbles she has at the end of the game. Part B then, she ends the game with 25 marbles. So we know that she had 2H minus 3, 2H take away 3 at the end of the game. And they're now telling us that that number was 25, so it's equal to 25. Use this information to write an equation. So there we go, we've done it. 2H minus 3 equals 25. And then solve this equation to find out how many marbles are in each bag. So we're going to solve this equation. So the first thing we want to do here, we've got 2H minus 3 equals 25. First thing we want to do to get rid of that minus 3, we want to add 3 onto both sides of the equation. So 2H minus 3 add 3 gives me 2H. So I've just got 2H on that side now. And 25 add 3 is 28. So I used my inverse operations here. So the opposite of taking away was adding. Now I need to use it again. So I've got 2 lots of H, so 2 times H here. So the opposite of times by 2 is to divide by 2. So this time I need to divide both sides of my equation by 2. So 2H divided by 2 is H. And 28 divided by 2 is 14. So at the start, we said that there were H marbles in each bag. So there are 14 marbles in each bag when she gets up at the start. Now, it is nice to check your answer. And if you wanted to, you could go back and you could say, okay, so I know that 2h minus 3 equals 25. So 2 lots of h is 2 times 14, which is 28. Take away 3 is 25. So I know I've got it right. Okay, so again, that's one of those things where it looks like quite a lot of algebra. It's quite tricky. But if you can just start by thinking, okay, just going to write down something from the question, then sometimes you find a way in. Right, there are some questions on a worksheet, and then I have written out my work solutions as well for you. So hopefully that will help you if you get a bit stuck, or you can mark your work.